we're gonna be legends. What we're doing here ain't just scary. It's about to be legendary.
So I walked in my boss's office. I had next to me in my BMW top-down convertible an empty box. I got out of my car, I grabbed the box, I looked at the building, I'm like, this freaking feels weird. I left the box. I should probably get myself fired and then get my box. So I was nervous. They had this massive sales floor and then the executive offices, and I was like avoiding all of my friends because I felt like I was naked and everyone knew something that I didn't. And I walked in my boss' office. His name is Aaron Peterson. I said, Aaron, I need to talk to you. He said, hey, Kris, we got meetings coming up. I can't talk right now. And I'm like, as nervous as I was feeling, I was like, dude, I cannot delay this for an hour or two. I'll freaking eat myself up inside. So I said, Aaron, it'll only take a couple minutes. He said, okay. And I shut the door and I locked it. He's like, what's going on? I said, Aaron, I need a raise. He's like, we just gave you one of those. I was like, I need a bigger one. He's like, how big? I said, and then I started thinking, oh, this is weird. I'm supposed to fire myself. But now I feel like I have to give him a number. This isn't going well. Just make up a number that you know he's going to say no to, but if he gave it to you, you might stay a little longer. I'm like, Aaron, I need a $70,000 raise. And he just busted up laughing. And I was like, what was I even trying? He's like, I don't know. Hey, I said, thanks for the ride. It's my time. I got to go. And he's like, Kris, we hate to lose you, but I get it, man. And I walked to my office, I grabbed my nameplate, I can't even remember why. I left everything and I walked. I didn't even clean my desk. It wasn't so much of a 2-week environment notice of leave kind of thing. It was when you're done, you're done. So I was there after 4.5 years in Friends. I gotta tell you something. I was nervous and then I was relieved, but when I stepped out of that office building, I breathed something I didn't know existed. What was it? The oxygen changes when you become financially free. Your perception is altered. Your life will never be the same again. I'd probably rather find myself at the end of a noose than go backwards to where I had been, because I don't know how. We weren't meant to be caged. We're meant to be free. And for those of you that have jobs that you love, you're doing intrapreneurship, and that's meaningful. But I'm talking about those of you that you know you're wasting life. You know that you're just there as a whore, getting yourself a paycheck, doing something you don't like. Sorry, that was strong again. The passion just comes up, okay? But I want you to connect with this. I want to invite you to really connect with this. Harley Davidson. When you pull up to Harley Davidson, they've got parking for all the bikes, and then everyone else has to park in an area they call what? The cage. All the four-wheel drivers, cars, they call them cages, because for them it's about freedom. And for me, I gotta tell you, man, I've been living free now for the last, oh my gosh, dude, 13 years. Dude, just 13 years. 13 years of freedom. Dude, my wife and I, we've traveled to 40 countries all over the world. We just moved out of one dream house we built, and we just moved into our other dream house. This year I'm gonna visit New Zealand and Australia. I'm gonna be in multiple other continents. I'm gonna be traveling the world. I'm gonna be driving big impact. I'm gonna be training my children how to be anything but mediocre. I'm gonna be giving each one of them a custom education that even though I acted like it started when my daughter turned 13, I already know it was option B, Dad, because I've been training her for the last decade. I've been preparing my children to be leaders in a world that is lacking leadership, mostly with people having guidance and direction in their lives to live life on their terms. How many of you want that freedom? Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna come at a cost. It's gonna have the cost of some time. It's gonna have the cost of discipline. But my job is real simple. It's called shortcut. What's it called? Shortcut. Which is where are you at and how do we get you where you wanna go faster? This is not about get rich quick. But technically, you can put any of these principles on steroids And some of you in this room are gonna get there faster than I did, and I hope you do, because I look back and like, 4.5 freaking years was way too much time in the cage. How many of you feeling me on that? So this is what my game plan looked like. And then we don't have to say what happened after, because it was just like copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Because when you find something that works, what do? You duplicate it. And friends, I'm here to give you my duplicatable system. Is it possible you could find a different duplicatable system? Absolutely. My way is not the only way. I'm just going to show you a way that is guaranteed to work if you work the system. Deal?